The world of sports marketing has just witnessed a seismic shift, and the epicenter of this earthquake is Beaverton, Oregon, the fortress-like campus of the global giant Nike. For decades, these hallowed grounds have been reserved for the absolute titans of sport, legends who have redefined their game and achieved unparalleled global icon status. We are talking about the inner sanctum where names like Michael Jordan, LeBron James, and Serena Williams are treated not just as athletes but as deities. So, when news broke on this Monday, March 2, 2026, that a 20-year-old rising star from the Philippines, Alexandra Eala, was given the same unparalleled superstar treatment, the entire sporting world stood in absolute shock. This wasn't just a corporate visit, it was a coronation. Nike didn't just welcome Alex Eala, they enshrined her, sending a deafening message to the locker rooms of the WTA. The era of the Pinoy Queen has officially begun. What exactly happened in Oregon that has everyone, from Minsk to Manila, talking? Insiders have revealed that Alex Eala's visit was orchestrated with the precision and grandeur usually reserved for a multi-time Grand Slam champion, not a 20-year-old on the verge of her first WTA 1000 seeded debut at Indian Wells. Alex was escorted through the legendary Nike Tunnel, a place where the portraits of sporting gods hang in solemn tribute. And there, revealed to her for the first time, was her own image, history in full bloom, displayed with the same reverence as the portraits of her idol, Serena Williams, and the Nadal Academy master himself, Rafael Nadal. This visual affirmation, placing a young Filipina side by side with the architects of modern tennis, is unprecedented. It is a powerful symbol that Nike doesn't just see Alex Eala as a sponsored athlete, they see her as the heir apparent to the legacy of dominance. The shock in Belarus, the nerves in Czech Republic, they all stem from this single undeniable fact. Nike is betting $75 million that Alex Eala is the future of the game. The psychological impact of this Serena-level treatment on Alex herself cannot be overstated. We are talking about a player who just reached a career-high world ranking of 31, fueled by a stunning giant killer run in Dubai where she dismantled some of the top 10 stars on the planet. Walking through that Nike tunnel, seeing her own heritage celebrated on such a grand stage, has transformed Alex Eala from a confident contender into a relentless conqueror. She didn't just leave Oregon with customized Nike gear, she left with the psychological armor of a global superstar. As she prepares to make her historic, seeded debut at Indian Wells, equipped with a first-round bye that her new ranking has earned her, Alex is no longer just the girl from the Philippines. She is a scientific marvel, an economic powerhouse, and a tactical nightmare who has spent hours in the Nike Innovation Lab, fine-tuning her left-handed topspin for the slow, gritty courts of California. Why is Nike doing this now? Why is 70% of the tennis world suddenly convinced that she will be the BNP Paribas Open champion? It is because Nike recognizes a cultural and economic shift that transcends sport. They see a country, a region, and a global diaspora of over 100 million Filipinos who are hungry for a sporting icon. They see the Eala effect, the unparalleled fan engagement, the sold-out arenas, the social media frenzy, and they understand that Alex Eala represents a marketing goldmine that hasn't been seen since the peak of Naomi Osaka or Serena Williams. In Oregon, Alex was given the blueprint for global dominance. She isn't just a tennis player, she is a brand, a symbol, and a source of unmatched Pinoy pride. The desert air is waiting, the fans are ready, and the coronation in Oregon was just the opening act for what promises to be the most spectacular show in tennis history. As the dust settles from the initial shock of Alexandra Eala's coronation at the Nike World headquarters, the financial world and the sports industry are now scrambling to understand the sheer scale of what is being called the Eala economic revolution. On this Monday, March 2, 2026, rumors are swirling through the boardrooms of Beaverton, Oregon, suggesting that the partnership between Nike and the Filipina sensation could be worth a staggering $75 million over the next decade. This isn't just a sponsorship. It is a global investment strategy that places Alex Eala in the same elite bracket as Naomi Osaka at the peak of her power. Why would Nike commit such a massive fortune to a 20-year-old who is currently ranked number 31 in the world? The answer lies in the Eala effect, a unique combination of sporting excellence and an unshakable connection to a global diaspora of over 100 million Filipinos who have been waiting for a singular icon to call their own. Nike's decision to treat Alex Eala like Serena Williams isn't just about her left-handed forehand or her giant killer reputation. It is about her unmatched marketability across Asia and the Western world. In Oregon, Alex wasn't just shown portraits. She was given access to the Nike Innovation Lab, a high-tech sanctuary where the world's greatest athletes go to gain a fraction of a second in speed or a millimeter of precision. Reports indicate that Nike's biomechanics experts have developed a custom line of footwear specifically for Alex, designed to maximize her lateral movement on the slow, gritty courts of Indian Wells. This level of personalized engineering is usually reserved only for the Michael Jordans and the Rafael Nadals of the world. By giving Alex this superstar treatment, Nike is effectively announcing to the world that she is the new face of tennis, the bridge between the legendary past of Serena Williams and the high-tech future of the sport. But what makes Alex Eala truly special in the eyes of Nike is her mental fortress. During her time in Oregon, Alex reportedly spent hours with performance psychologists who have worked with the greatest champions in history. They didn't just talk about tennis, they talked about legacy. They discussed how to handle the weight of a nation's expectations, a weight that Alex has carried since she was a junior champion. The message from Nike was clear. You are not just playing for yourself, you are playing for history. This psychological conditioning has created a version of Alex Eala that is terrifying for her opponents. While players like world number 1 Aryna Sabalenka or world number 13 Karolina Muchova are focusing on their physical fitness, Alex Eala has returned from Oregon with a champion's mindset that is worth more than any ranking point. The shock in the WTA locker rooms is palpable. Other rising stars are looking at the specialized sampaguita floral motifs on Alex's new gear, a tribute to the national flower of the Philippines, and they realize that Nike has already chosen their next queen. This isn't just about gear, it's about an aura. When Alex Eala walks onto the purple courts of the Indian Wells Tennis Garden this week, she will be carrying the momentum of a $75 million endorsement and the specialized scientific backing of the world's biggest sports brand. She has the first-round bye, she has the career-high ranking of 31, and now she has the official stamp of approval from the gods of sports marketing. The Eala era isn't a prediction anymore. It is a reality that is unfolding in real time, and the world of tennis will never be the same again. As the tennis world shifts its focus to the palm trees and purple courts of the Indian Wells Tennis Garden, the ripples from Alexandra Eala's visit to Oregon are turning into a tidal wave. On this Monday, March 2, 2026, the official tournament draw has confirmed what we all suspected. Alex Eala is entering the 5th Grand Slam, not as a wildcard, not as a qualifier, but as the 31st seed in the world. This is a monumental achievement in Philippine sporting history. Being a seeded player at a WTA 1000 event means that Alex has officially earned a first-round bye. While the lower-ranked players and qualifiers are battling it out in the early rounds, Alex Eala is sitting back, fully refreshed and energized, waiting in the round of 64. This strategic advantage is exactly why Nike treated her like royalty in Oregon. They knew she was about to make history. But the superstar treatment in Beaverton was about more than just celebrating her ranking. Insiders suggest that Nike used this visit to finalize a multi-million-dollar marketing campaign that will position Alex Eala as the face of tennis in the entire Asia-Pacific region. The portrait in the Nike tunnel, titled History in Full Bloom, wasn't just a piece of art. It was a declaration of war against the status quo. By placing Alex alongside Serena Williams, Nike is telling the world that the next generation of dominance won't come from Europe or North America. It is coming from Southeast Asia. This is why the Czech Republic and Belarus are in such a state of shock. They see the resources being poured into Alex Eala, from custom-engineered sampaguita gear to private training sessions in the Nike Innovation Lab, and they realize that the field is no longer level. Alex has the backing of a global empire. The timing of this Serena-level branding is perfection. Alex is coming off a sensational quarter-final run in Dubai where she didn't just play, she conquered. Her straight-sets victory over world number 8, Jasmine Paolini, proved that she has the power to dismantle the world's best. Even in her loss to Coco Gauff, Alex showed a level of grit that forced the American superstar to acknowledge the Eala effect. Nike has seen this momentum, and they are capitalizing on it. They know that when Alex steps onto the court at Indian Wells, she won't just be playing for herself. She will be carrying the brand's global expectations. The first-round bye isn't just a rest period. It's a tactical window for Alex to finalize her mental preparation with the performance experts Nike has provided. As we look at the potential matchups in the round of 64 and beyond, the weight of the new face of tennis, title is beginning to settle on Alex's shoulders. But far from being crushed by it, she seems to be thriving. Her social media engagement is currently outperforming almost every other player on the tour, with fans from Manila to Los Angeles creating a digital sea of support. The $9.4 million prize pool and the 1,000 ranking points are there for the taking. Nike has laid the golden carpet for her in Oregon, the WTA has given her the seeded path in California, and now it is up to the Pinoy Queen to prove that she is indeed the successor to Serena Williams. The desert is waiting, the draw is set, and the Eala era is about to go into overdrive. As the official brackets for the 2026 BNP Paribas Open are revealed on this Monday, March 2nd, the global tennis community has stopped in its tracks. The draw has placed Alexandra Eala, the world number 31, in a position that can only be described as a date with destiny. Because Alex has secured a seeded spot, she watches from the sidelines during the first round, a privilege earned by her meteoric rise through the rankings. But it is the second and third rounds that have sent shockwaves through the sports world. If the seeds hold, Alexandra Eala is projected to face the world number 1 and the most powerful force in women's tennis today, Aryna Sabalenka, in a blockbuster round of 32 clash. This isn't just a match, it is the ultimate test of the Eala effect. The Belarusian camp is reportedly in a state of high alert, knowing that Alex Eala is the one player in the draw who possesses the tactical variety to turn Sabalenka's own power against her in the thin, dry air of the California desert. But the road to Sabalenka requires absolute focus, and Alex Eala has made a massive strategic decision to ensure she is ready. In a move that has surprised many but impressed the experts, Alex has officially withdrawn from the doubles competition at Indian Wells. For a player who has often balanced both formats, this singular focus on singles is a clear signal of her ambition. She isn't here to participate, she is here to conquer. By skipping doubles, Alex is preserving every ounce of her stamina for the grueling three-set battles that Indian Wells is famous for. This is the Nadal Academy mentality, recognizing that to beat the world's best, your body must be a finely tuned machine. Nike's Innovation Lab experts in Oregon reportedly encouraged this move, providing Alex with data that shows her recovery times are optimized when she focuses on a single objective. She is putting the weight of a nation on her shoulders, and she wants to make sure those shoulders are fresh for the fight. The media frenzy surrounding this potential Eala versus Sabalenka matchup is reaching levels usually reserved for a Grand Slam final. Why? Because the world remembers the Miami Miracle of 2025, where Alex stunned the then world number 2, Iga Swiatek. The tennis world knows that Alex Eala doesn't just play the ball, she plays the person. She thrives in the big stage atmosphere, and there is no stage bigger than the Stadium One at Indian Wells. While Sabalenka is the heavy favourite with her thunderous serve and unmatched aggression, she is also a player who has struggled with nerves when the crowd turns against her. And make no mistake, the thousands of Filipinos travelling from all over North America to see their queen will make Stadium One feel like a home court in Manila. The psychological pressure on the world number 1 will be immense, and Alex Eala is ready to exploit every crack in that armour. As we look at the numbers, the stakes become even clearer. A win over Sabalenka would not only be the biggest upset of the year, but would virtually guarantee Alex a spot in the world top 20, a feat never before achieved by a Filipino. With a prize pool of over $9 million and a winner's check of $1.15 million, the financial rewards are life-changing. But for Alex, it is about the legacy that Nike celebrated in Oregon. She is walking a path that Serena Williams once walked, and she is doing it with a grace and a ferocity that has captivated the world. The practice sessions are over, the draw is set, and the seeded journey of Alexandra Eala is about to begin. The desert is waiting for a new champion, and 70% of the fans believe that the girl from the Philippines is the one to bring the trophy home. The countdown is over, and the era of the Pinoy Queen has officially shifted from the boardrooms of Oregon to the purple hard courts of California. On this Monday, March 2nd, 2026, the tennis world is buzzing with a singular name, Alexandra Eala. By securing the number 31 seed, Alex has done more than just make history. She has fundamentally changed the landscape of the BNP Paribas Open. As we speak, she has already advanced to the round of 64, a privilege granted by her elite ranking that allowed her to bypass the opening round fatigue. This first-round bye is the ultimate validation of the superstar treatment she received at Nike HQ. It proves that the world's biggest brand wasn't just gambling on a rising star. They were backing a player who has already arrived at the summit of the sport. But as the bracket narrows, the ultimate test looms on the horizon. If Alex Eala triumphs in her opening match, she is on a direct collision course for a round of 32 blockbuster against the world number 1, Aryna Sabalenka. This is the moment the entire tennis world is waiting for. It is the clash of two distinct philosophies: Sabalenka's raw, intimidating power versus Eala's precision, grit, and Sampagita spirit. In Belarus, the shock has turned into a tactical scramble, as Sabalenka's team realizes that the 20-year-old Filipina is no longer the underdog they once knew. She is now a scientific powerhouse, armed with custom Nike technology and the mental fortress of a champion. When 70% of the fans say Alex will be the champion, they are sensing a momentum that even a world number 1 might find impossible to stop. The stakes at Indian Wells are staggering. With a winner's check of $1.15 million and 1,000 ranking points up for grabs, a deep run here would catapult Alex Eala into the top 20, officially making her the greatest Southeast Asian player of all time. But beyond the money and the points, it is about the Eala effect. We are seeing a new face of tennis emerge, one that represents diversity, heritage, and the unstoppable rise of Asian sports. Nike's investment in Oregon was a message to the world. Alex Eala is the successor to the legends. She is the bridge between the greatness of Serena Williams and a future where the Philippines stands at the center of the tennis world. As the sun sets over the palm trees of Indian Wells, the History in Full Bloom banner is more than just a marketing slogan, it is a prophecy. Alexandra Eala is ready to step into the glare of Stadium 1, carrying the hopes of 100 million people and the backing of a global empire. Whether she faces Sabalenka or another top seed, one thing is certain: the rising star has finished rising. She is here, she is seeded, and she is ready to conquer. Thank you for being part of this incredible 5-part journey. This is a moment of pure Pinoy pride, and we are just getting started. If you are ready to see Alex Eala shock the world and take down the world number 1, hit that like button and subscribe right now. Let's fill the comments one last time. Type Eala era if you believe she is the new face of tennis. Stay tuned because the 5th Grand Slam is about to become Eala's kingdom. See you in the next update.